The following is an exclusive presentation of Jesup Broadcasting, the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
World famous. The world famous Butch and Bob Show.
All right, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup. Good morning. Butch Jumping here with you on this foggy Monday morning. As Jonathan said, please drive carefully with your headlights on low beam and slow down, and please do that. Luckily, every car and truck and SUV I saw coming in this morning had their headlights on, which is not always the case in heavy fog. Some people are in a fog and they don't know they need their lights on. So please cut those headlights on low beam if you're out there driving around. World famous Butch and Bob Show here on the Big Dog, brought to you by Nips Car Wash, located on Highway 301 South, and by Murphy Builder Supply, located in downtown Jesup on Northeast Broad Street. And Bob, are you still in mourning like I am?
I'll be in mourning for at least 3 days. Give me 3 days. That was a whipping.
That was a whipping. No, I mean, we didn't just get beat. We just bam, 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 bam. Yeah, here, take it.
Yes.
I didn't think anybody could do that to the dogs, and they did. I mean,
Got to get the care package in the mail to my sister because she's big LSU Tiger fan, so I heard from her all weekend. So.
Now, is LSU the team that you're going to be pulling for?
Yeah, I'll pull for the SEC.
SEC all the time, especially a team that beats Georgia. Whoever beats Georgia, you want them to win to show the fact that it wasn't a fluke.
I mean, quarterback's as good as advertised, but they got several good quarterbacks in this Final Four. I mean, Clemson's quarterback, I still think is the best quarterback in America, Trevor Lawrence. It's interesting, 2 Georgia quarterbacks have played out in Arizona. Justin Fields from Harrison High School and Trevor Lawrence from Cartersville High School.
Yeah, I know.
So they're going out to Arizona to play in the Final Four. So, but 2 Georgia quarterbacks, Justin Fields. I told somebody the weekend down in Jacksonville, people debate whether the portal, transfer is a good thing. I mean, I think it pretty much speaks for itself. Everybody who transferred has done well. Burrell transferred from Ohio State, leads LSU to the Final Four.
Right.
Justin Fields transfers from Georgia, goes to Ohio State, leads them to the Final Four. So I think it's a good thing if you can go play. And
if you want to play,
look at Jalen Hurts from Alabama, goes to Oklahoma, has them in the Final Four. So 3 of the 4 quarterbacks are transfers this past year to different universities, leading their team to the Final Four. So
I still think it's a good idea for them to have to play down a division or whatever for a year before they play back up in the top division. That way teams are not trying to recruit your players away from you.
No, they didn't have to go down. Jalen Hurts went straight from Alabama to Oklahoma.
I don't see how they did that.
Justin Fields went straight from Georgia to Ohio State.
I know. I still don't see how they did that because usually they're supposed to have to play.
If coaches can yank and go anywhere they want to go, the players should be able to go where they want to go.
Well, I disagree with that because you don't have to worry about other teams recruiting your players. I still think they ought to have to play down a year before they play again.
Kids want to play. They sit on the bench.
Well, let them play it. Let them play it. I think you get into a very bad area there. But we don't need to talk about that right now. We've got folks here from the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce in this morning, Dina and Alan with the, Dina, of course, runs the office down there. Alan was head of the parade committee. And good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
All right. Well, you got the winners here of the parade from Saturday night, don't you?
We do.
We
do. I think that's what everybody's waiting to hear.
Who's going to win all the money?
Well,
that's right.
The big winner was the city of Jesup in Wayne County.
Right.
That was a wonderful parade, great turnout. The kids looked like they had a great time. The parents had an opportunity to hang out and see some beautiful floats and great sponsors.
Okay.
And good night.
Let's go over the winners right now and find out, because there's folks want to know who won what award.
Okay. You want to get started?
The best use of theme, which is also known as the Mrs. Claus Award, was the Grace Assembly of God.
Okay, Grace Assembly of God.
They did a great job.
Miss Santa Claus Award.
Yep.
Best use of theme.
That's right. Then we had the best use of lights, which is our Rudolph Award, and that goes to Neesmith Chevrolet.
All right.
And then the best creativity or originality goes to Landon's Towing. They had a really neat. That was awesome, wasn't it?
Yep. We had the most entertaining, which is our Frosty Award. That goes to Contact Fit Training Center.
Okay.
All of those winners will receive a certificate, a frame certificate that we will come to the business and present to them, hopefully this afternoon, if my schedule allows it. They also get a free parade entry in next year's parade. Of course, they're getting some publicity this morning on the radio, and then it'll also run in the Press Sentinel.
Okay.
And the
grand
Santa
prize.
Award, or the Best Overall Award.
The person who wins the most money.
Yep, or all the money.
All the money.
Was
$1,000.
$1,000 and a free entry into next year's parade. That was Neesmith Chevrolet.
Neesmith Chevrolet.
Naismith Chevrolet was our overall, the Santa Award. As Alan said, they get $1,000 cash prize, along with the certificate and free entry. And next year, they will also be given a quarter-page color ad in the Wayne County Magazine in the spring edition. And then they will get some recognition on the radio as well and the newspaper.
Cool. So Neesmith Chevrolet wins the overall award. The Santa Award wins $1,000. And as Alan said, a lot of great, and you, Dina, a lot of great entries in this year's parade, a lot of great floats. And, of course, the Shriners are always fun to watch and to listen to.
It was a lot of fun. We had, I think we ended up with about 96 entries. So that was about just a little bit less than we had last year. But we had a couple of the car clubs that we've had in the past that was unable to attend this year because of conflict with Christmas parties and that kind of thing. So I think we did pretty well.
I love watching those classic cars go by.
They're awesome.
Especially ones go, I got them, And so it was just great watching the parade. I was down there with
huge crowd.
Mike and Jeff and listening to their antics up there on the stage, and they did a great job of describing the floats and then added libbing some their own comments in there.
Right.
And so it was a great performance by those two,
That's
Jeff
right.
and Mike.
Everybody did a great job with the theme as well. I think Christmas on the Silver Screen was a great opportunity for people to show their creativity.
Yeah, it was. It was a great idea, Alan. You came up with on that. Yeah.
Well,
I know,
every once in a while.
Every once in a while, you have a good idea. That's it for this decade.
It went well.
Movies that they highlighted in the parade.
Well, we saw the Grinch quite a bit. I
Saw the
It
Grinch.
seemed pretty popular.
A Christmas Story.
Saw
And
Christmas Story.
Frosty.
Yep.
And did we see any Charlie Brown?
We did.
We did see
There was
Charlie
a
Brown.
huge Charlie Brown
Yes.
That's right, yeah.
house.
Yes.
And then I saw quite a few It's a Wonderful Life, which
Yeah.
I think the churches kind of helped
Put
with
their
that
spin
theme.
on that too.
Yeah,
Really
I didn't see any Nakatomi Towers from Die Hard.
Did not see any
saw none of those
Die Hard.
falling. I didn't see any of that, but a lot of other Christmas movies we saw there. Yeah.
That's right.
But it was fun, and just hats off, Alan, to you and Dina, to you and your staff there, and especially the volunteers. I've mentioned those
Absolutely.
several times on the air between 6 and 7, the volunteers, because without them starting in July, putting this together, it just does not happen.
That's
We were
right.
there at 8:45, and we
Yep.
stayed there probably till almost 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Yep,
Yeah.
8:45 in the
Right.
morning till 10 o'clock at night. Yeah, we're there.
So it was a lot of work, but
And that's just that day, not adding all the meetings and planning leading up to
Right.
it.
It was easy because we had good people working.
And you got a lot of folks, like Donnie Ray and other folks who handle the logistics and things of this sort that's been doing it for several years. Who
That's right.
kind of got it down,
Absolutely.
There's always surprises every year, but you kind of got to get down.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
that's right.
It was a great event. Just again want to thank our sponsors, Kitchen Tune-Up especially, our presenting sponsor. We had a lot of other sponsors this year, and then, like you said, our volunteers, and thank the community for the support.
Okay. So once again, Dina, I want you to go down quickly the winners of this year's 2019 Wayne County Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade.
Well, sure will. We've got the Mrs. Claus Award, which was the best use of theme. That was Grace Assembly of God. We had the Rudolph Award, the best use of lights, went to Neesmith Chevrolet. The Elf Award, which was the most creative or most original, goes to Landon's Towing. Our Frosty Award, which is the most entertaining, goes to Contact Fit Training Center. And our best overall, the Santa Award, goes to Neesmith Chevrolet.
All right, the winners this year in the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade. Just big hats off to all the folks who entered into the parade
Absolutely.
and put all the effort and time into it to make it a very festive Christmas parade.
Yep.
Bob, comments, questions for our guest this morning here?
Just like I said, I heard it was a great parade. So congrats.
Thank you.
You got a big event coming up in January, the Eggs and Issues. I know we've been promoting that. Tickets available already.
That's right. Yes, tickets are available for our local Eggs and Issues this year or January. It's scheduled for Wednesday, January the 8th at 7:30 a.m. at the college. We have our nice, wonderful breakfast from Western Sizzling, as we do every year. And we've got all 3 of our representatives coming. Senator Tillery will be here, and State Reps Meeks and Werkheiser will be here to share with us
Just want to
their
encourage everybody.
concerns.
It's always a well-attended event, so make sure you get tickets early.
Absolutely, yes. Tickets are on sale now, $25 for chamber members and $35 for non-members. It is open to the community, so we'd love to have everybody come.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Well, hats off to you two.
One last thing about the parade, WTOC did a great job filming it. And
Videotaping.
videotaping.
What are they gonna do these days? Videotape,
Whatever they're doing.
electronics, digital. Who knows?
They did a great job. It'll be aired on Sunday, the 15th of December at 2 p.m. So, Kirby, if you're listening, you ain't got anything else to do that day, watch the parade.
Okay. Sounds good. All right.
So, thank
That's
you.
it. And
Thank you so
once
much.
again, just a big thank you to all the folks who showed up. Thousands of folks lined up along West Cherry Street and South First Street. I know they enjoyed the parade. It's fun to watch the kids out there having a good old time. And to the volunteers who put this together, it's just a fantastic parade. Once again, put on by the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce.
That's right.
Y'all have a good day.
Y'all have anything between now and end of the year?
We do. I have a couple of events scheduled this week. Tomorrow at 11 a.m., we have an open house at Badcock Home Furniture. They're going to just do a little Christmas open house, invite the public to come and visit with them for a little bit. And then on Thursday, we've got another open house. It's more of an after-hours event. It's at Hospice of South Georgia. They're on Sunset Boulevard. That'll start at 5 o'clock on Thursday.
Okay.
And then we have our regular coffee card exchange the following week on the 19th. That'll be at Altamaha Credit Union, and that's at 8:30 in the morning.
All right.
And other than that, y'all can
That's going
find
at
me
it.
on the beach in Brazil.
All right. Y'all take care. All right.
Thank you.
WIFO FM in Jesup. More of the world-famous Butch and Bob Show in a minute.
Here's your WIFO forecast. Hi, good morning. Cloudy, 30% chance of showers, high low 70s. Mostly cloudy, 20% chance of showers, low 60s for tonight. Showers are likely tomorrow, upper 70s. Showers are likely Tuesday evening, rain likely overnight, upper 40s. Wednesday, mostly cloudy, chance of rain, highs upper 50s. Thursday, mostly cloudy, chance of showers, highs low 50s. Georgia meteorologist John Weatherby in the GNN Weather Center.
The Okefenokee Swamp Park invites you to experience a Christmas tradition. Hop aboard our Christmas train and be dazzled by thousands of lights. Our Christmas tradition is perfect for family and out-of-town guests to experience a rare night adventure into the Okefenokee Swamp Park. Come enjoy an evening you'll never forget every Friday through Sunday night with us. The Okefenokee Swamp Park Light Show and Train Tours. Now open through Christmas in Waycross, Georgia. Visit our website for more information.
And I'll be giving away some free passes to the Okefenokee Swamp Park Christmas Light Show, their 19th annual Christmas Light Show. And I'll be giving away several of those sometime around 8:45 to 8:50. And speaking of the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade, we had it live here on 105.5 FM, and we had the video and audio live on our website at bigdogcountry.com, and a live video feed, or not live, but a recording of the Christmas Parade. A recording of the Christmas Parade is on our website, so you can go watch the 2019 Wayne County Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade right now. It's in it's on YouTube. All you can do is go to bigdogcountry.com, click on News, and then click on the parade, and you'll be able to see the 2019 Wayne County Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade. It was recorded by our media guy, and he did that, and we did it live, and it's recorded. So, Bob, people can just go there and watch it their heart's content, the 2019 Wayne County Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade.
Brad Tiston did a good job with it.
Yep. And so we have it right there. And just go to bigdogcountry.com, click on News, and then click on the Chamber Parade. All right, Bob, a lot of folks, they said the drama for the weekend was LSU going to move to number one, or was Ohio State going to stay number one? And a lot of folks thought maybe their sketchy first half of Ohio State, since Wisconsin was up 14-0, might drop them, and it did. And so LSU has won because both LSU and Ohio State, I understand, did not want to have to play Clemson in the first game, and it's going to be Ohio State.
It's just interesting. Clemson's number 3, but the odds makers got them ranked over Ohio State to win the game. So, I mean, Dabo Swinney and Clemson's a very good program. They've been under the radar because they don't play anybody. ACC's been down this year, but make no mistake about it, Trevor Lawrence is as good quarterback as anybody in the country, and Clemson's got a good program. They won 27 games in a row, and Dabo Swinney and playing the underdog role.
Oh, yeah.
So it'll be a good ball game. But it looks like the committee just wants LSU and Ohio State in the championship game. That's why they flipped them again. So, I mean, just why I never knew why Ohio State jumped LSU in the first place, and I know why they moved LSU back. So what the committee does is the committee's just lost their mind. Alabama,
they lost it.
Yeah, I mean, Alabama is way better than the 13th, 12th team in the country. I mean, come on. I mean, what do they got, Alabama? I mean,
I have no idea what Alabama's at.
I mean, Alabama has no business being that low, but whatever. But
what do they have now?
I think they're down to like 12 or 13.
Oh, okay.
And I'm sure they were playing anybody above them, they'd be favored by 21 points. I mean, I just don't understand why Alabama's as low as they are. But 2 good games, it'll be fun to watch. I mean, you got 4 good teams, 3 undefeated teams in the Final Four. Oklahoma gets in as Georgia lost their opportunity to get in, but Georgia just didn't show up Saturday. Just very disappointing game. So
I don't know where they were, but they weren't. They weren't there. Mercedes-Benz. I can tell you that.
Jake Fromm just doesn't look like the Jake Fromm of last year. I mean, he's not playing well this year, so just not a good year for Georgia. They talk about how great the offensive line is. Hadn't seen it.
And somebody just kind of text that in because
DeAndre Swift definitely was not healthy. Only carried the ball 3 times. So
right.
They kind of hit that. So just wasn't a good performance at all. It's sad, you got the Georgia Dome. I mean, the Mercedes-Benz was at least 70-30, all Georgia fans. I mean, it was a home game for Georgia. Mm-hmm. But LSU and Joe Burrow just from start to finish just put a whipping on Georgia. It wasn't even close. Just wasn't a competitive game. I was kind of disappointed. And Rodrigo misses field goals in every big game he plays. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with him. And anytime it's a big game, national championship game, SEC championship game, when you need a big kick, he misses.
Yeah, gets in his head. And that has been kind of the Achilles heel a lot of folks have thought all season long is the offense for Georgia. Defensive play just carried him basically. Everybody agrees all year long. Somebody just texted in. We had Trevor Lawrence. Let's see. We had Trevor Lawrence, Deshaun White, Justin Fields, like 2 more quarterbacks. Honestly, we didn't play great all year. You can tell when folks just kind of do it when they talk into their phone and send it because there's no periods, there's nothing. It just goes right across.
We never had Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence was going to Clemson from day one.
Day one?
Yeah, Justin Fields, we had him, but he went to Ohio State. So
yeah. And it says, we had the talent, but we let them go. Man, we didn't let them go. They just left. I mean, for you going to sit there and nobody thought that it was right to not play Fromm and put Fields in there. I mean, when they played that same year together when Fromm was a freshman, he was still better than Fields. Fields had already had a year.
Fromm just did not play well all year. I mean, just he missed open receivers consistently. Just don't know what's going on with Jake Fromm, but he didn't play.
Well, this is his junior year, isn't it?
This is junior year.
Yeah, it's not the sophomore Jake.
Yeah, most likely he's coming. He's got to come back because he went out and draft right now.
Yeah, he's out of the draft now.
He beat Wade up now, so he's coming back. So. Yeah.
But if a shoulda, coulda, woulda didn't happen. The Georgians didn't show up.
Hopefully they'll show up. Hopefully they'll show up for the bowl game. Last year, like I said, when they got beat, or a couple years ago, they went out there and laid an egg against Texas. Didn't even show up. So hopefully Kirby can rally the troops and at least show up and play a good game because they're going to have to play a good game to beat Baylor. Baylor's a good football team. So
somebody wants to know why can't we have a dual quarterback situation? That usually doesn't work.
Why would you want a dual quarterback situation?
Yeah, you got to have a guy in there that's getting the rhythm, that kind of stuff. You don't see many dual quarterback situations where it works.
I spoke to a friend of mine who played quarterback in high school here in Wayne County, was one of the better quarterbacks and was pretty good. He says the problem with Georgia's offense is they're still trying to run that run-pass option offense with a quarterback that doesn't run. And you can't do it. I mean, there's no, when Jake Fromm puts it in DeAndre Swift's belly and acts like he's going to either run or pass, the defense knows he ain't going to do it. He's not running. So whereas Justin Fields takes off, Burrows takes off. I mean, and they were talking about that on Sunday that this Lamar Jackson's playing so well in the NFL that eventually they're believing that's the type of quarterback you're going to see in the NFL. That's the drop back quarterback. Well, that's what Tony Gonzalez said.
I don't care what Tony said. What does he know? He's only
the Hall of Fame tight end. Played in NFL 15 years.
Every time you see quarterbacks who try to run it, the defense kills them.
Well, now, you look at the NFL.
They can do it for 2 or 3 years. They can do it well for 2 or 3 years. But after that, they're banged up.
How many drop back quarterbacks left in the NFL besides Tom Brady and Drew Brees?
I don't know, but still.
And Aaron Rodgers. Kyler Murray's at run pass option. Lamar Jackson. I mean, you're seeing more and more in the NFL.
Well, they need to get themselves out of bounds or slide.
You got to have quarterbacks that can get out of the pocket and run. So.
Yeah, well, they better get out of bounds or slide because, you see it time after time and time again. These guys come in, they're hot and fresh for 2 or 3 years, 4 years, something like that, and then after that, boom, all that bang. Because the defense, they've got to have such hands off on them when they're rushing for a pass. But boy, they get out in the open or something like that, they're going to lay hurting on them. And you see them get hurt all the time.
It's pretty sad halftime to look up there and see the stats. Leading rusher Joe Burrow.
He's a heck of a quarterback.
He's a heck of a quarterback.
Yes, sir.
But he can hurt you with his legs as well, and he hurt us with his legs. I mean, every time we thought we had him, one time we thought he had him for a 20-yard loss, and he escapes that and throws it 70 yards down the field. So
yeah,
it was just
the Alabama beat Georgia 2 times with dual quarterbacks. I guess it was dual quarterbacks. I think it was one game. It was one played the first half and played stinky, and then they put the second guy in, and he played great.
They didn't have dual quarterbacks. Tua got hurt.
Yeah.
Or not Tua. I think it was the quarterback got hurt, and they brought Tua in. Jalen Hurts got hurt.
Yeah.
The guy that's at Oklahoma now. That's why we got beat. Jalen Hurts got hurt, and Tua came in and led Alabama to the victory in the championship game.
All right, somebody just texted in, Bob, do you think Jake Fromm will be Georgia's quarterback next year?
Without a doubt, he's coming back.
Yeah, he played too bad this year to be able to get drafted.
he won't get. If he went to the NFL draft, who's going to draft him?
All right, now who do we have in the wings, or who do you think that we may?
They got people. Kirby's got them lined up.
I know the thing about it is we get the 5- and 4-star players every single year, and how in the world do we get beat by a team that hasn't had have not had the recruiting years like we have had in the last 4 years?
It goes to coaching. Like I say, when you got the Jimmys and the Joes, I said every big game we don't show up. That's what's disappointing if you're a Georgia fan. I mean, you look at the last
several big game, unless you're talking about post game.
What have we won?
No, I'm talking about
national championship game we lost. SEC championship game we lost. I mean,
you're not talking about regular season. We beat Auburn.
I'm talking about big games.
The big games.
Whereas,
we beat Oklahoma. We were talking about that a couple years ago. Yeah. Come on, Bob, give the boys some credit.
Just go back.
We had Alabama on the ropes twice and then lost at the end. We didn't get blown out.
I'm just speaking out of frustration. What I said.
I know
Saturday.
we're all frustrated.
It was
we thought this was going to be the year. Yeah,
the talent's there. I mean, just didn't see it.
Were you hoping that Bobo would come to Georgia to be the offensive coordinator?
I was hoping. That was the rumor that he was coming back, but it looks like he's going to South Carolina would be with Muschamp. So
you think we'll have the same offensive coordinator next year?
I don't see how. I hope not. If he runs that ball up the middle on first down one more time, I'm going to.
We ain't got Herschel back there,
folks. I won't have a TV. Somebody said it best. Offense coordinator. Actually, they sent. I have to get up my phone and just read some of these.
Some of the things you got.
Because it's very original and very entertaining. But
you have some friends send you some really interesting text messages after the game.
Yeah, somebody sent me what the offensive coordinators. I got it.
All right, somebody just texted in and said. Georgia is missing 3 wide receivers and our number 1 running back. Makes it tough.
I'm sure it did, but, there's a lot of talent. I mean, where was Cook? Where was Zeus? I mean, we're supposed to have the best offense. I'm tired of hearing how we got the best offensive line in America. Because I don't want to see it.
You don't see it?
I mean, they don't open up, first down every time. We try to run up the middle and we get no yards. And while the offense coordinator keeps on calling that play over and over and over, and why Kirby lets him call that play over and over, I don't understand. I mean, if he called that play one more time, if I was Kirby, I'd go down there, slap him upside the head, and fire him immediately.
You're out of here.
Don't call that play ever again. How many times are you going to run it when it does not work? I mean,
it may next time.
No, it never.
Maybe the time after that.
It's over 55 this year. First down, every play, up the middle. Every play, up the middle. Why?
Well, at least he's persistent and consistent, Bob.
Yes, can he throw the ball on first down ever?
Open it up a little bit.
I mean, goodness gracious.
We're all frustrated.
That is frustrating as all get out.
So Georgia's going to the Sugar Bowl, right?
If I ever ran to Kirby Smart, that'd be the first question I'd ask you.
You'd be the first question.
Why do we run the ball up the middle on first down every play?
Because that's what Dilly would have done.
Every series. What are we doing? Where's the imagination? You watch LSU. Why can't we run the slam pass? When was the last time you seen Georgia run the slam pass?
Who was the who was the great receiver for Georgia that went to Pittsburgh? Hines Ward.
Hines Ward.
We ran a lot of slam passes with him. A lot of
Hines Ward could block. Hines Ward was a great player, but I just don't understand where's the screen pass? Where's anything?
There's anything that opens it up.
It's every play, first down. You can just call it before they run it. Run up the middle, no yards.
Yeah, they got the line stacked.
2nd and 10. Thanks for coming. Why, Kirby? Why?
Why, Kirby? Why?
I think I'll write a letter today.
Georgia fans want to know why, Kirby.
I want to know why. Why do we continue to run up the middle every play on first down?
Oh, Lord. But Georgia's still going to play
Going to Super
runner-up in
Bowl.
the Big Ten, Baylor. Baylor and Georgia, the two runners up in their conferences, going to play was that on January 1st?
Baylor's from the Big 12. They're not from the Big 10.
Well, it used to be the Big 10. It's the Big 12 now. Okay. Big 12, they were runner-up there. So
be a good ball game. Be a good game. Baylor's a good team, but Baylor's coaches, his name is being flirted around as the NFL. A lot of NFL teams want him.
Good. Getting me distracted there. And then, of course, Georgia Southern. We are your Georgia Southern Eagle football radio station for Southeast Georgia. Where they're headed, Bob?
They're going to the Cure Bowl out in Orlando, which
down in Orlando.
Georgia Southern fans are happy.
They're happy.
Because it was either Arizona or Orlando, and they were hoping they were going to Orlando.
Yeah, Tucson or Orlando. Well, Tucson we have to fly. Orlando we can drive.
Liberty University.
Okay. So Georgia Southern going there. And I know that's what they were talking about last week when we had some Georgia Southern fans in here that were in the Exchange Club. They'd already knew the time it'd be one of those two, and
they were keeping their fingers crossed.
Orlando.
They said the trip to Orlando would be a lot more economically feasible than the trip to Arizona. So
right,
happy for those guys.
Okay. Well, Bob, we'll just stay in mourning for a few days here.
As I said, give me till about Thursday. I'll be good. But I'm just very upset with what I saw Saturday.
Yeah,
I knew it was going to be a tough game. It was 50, but I thought we'd be competitive, and we just were not competitive in that game at all.
When you've got that kind of talent at Georgia, getting 5 and 4-star players, it should be close in every game.
I mean, it was not a good performance at all.
Yeah, but. If it shoulda, coulda, woulda, those things happen. All right, Bob, have a healing day, okay?
I will.
Have a healing day.
I'll be good by Thursday.
All right. Still got all his Georgia gear on, folks. All right. The world-famous Butch and Bob Show brought to you by Murphy Builder Supply on Northeast Broad Street in downtown Jesup, where the builders buy Murphy Builder Supply. And also by Nips Car Wash. Nips Car Wash located on Highway 301 South, just past McDonald's on the left-hand side for a clean car, truck, SUV. And take on down there and take your vehicle to Nips Car Wash on Highway 301 South.
The world-famous Butch and Bob Show.